Hi, good evening everybody. Thanks for being here this evening. I always really appreciate your support. We have got something a little bit special tonight. When I think of the word legend, I always think the definition should be spoken about long after they've gone. I'm going to introduce four guys up here that are definitely legends. So the first one I'm going to invite up, and you'll get the clues from this. 273 appearances for the Shrimps, a record signing at the time of £7,500, a lot of money. Signed from Fleetwood in 1989 for his scored 96 goals, and he gave even loads more assists for Coley and no doubt Jim McCluskie too. Famed for his mop of curly hair, long since gone. A massive part of our promotion winning side in 95 and into the conference, and of course how did we repay him? We sent him to Lancaster. Please put your hands together for the one and only Ian Cain. Well, that's not all. This next legend won the Northern Premier League twice and nearly with us, but we still got promoted anyways, thanks. Once with Cole Dynamos and once with Whitton Albion. He joined us in 1992 from Whitton and made 272 appearances from us. He achieved promotion, 2 Lancashire Cups with us. He's a no-nonsense midfield player who made his presence felt on the pitch. If he says it's Wednesday, it's Wednesday. 6 years with the Shrimps, one of the most popular players ever to pull on a Morecambe shirt, and a top guy too. Let's hear it for Andy Grimshaw. Well, the next one, 215 appearances for Morecambe. Signed from Southport, signed at the same time as Caney, and he also holds a record. He actually signed for the Shrimps 7 times, believe it or not. So we got rid of him 6 times and brought him back 7. A brilliant, versatile player on the left. And he made another valuable contribution to Morecambe by having Sam. Let's hear it for Ben Lavelle. And last but not means least, 193 appearances for Morecambe, signed in 1993 from Accrington, but we won't hold that against him. I think it's because Coley broke his leg, I think we got him. But what a signing. He absolute beast on the pitch, and his spirit was part of the winning mentality of our promotion season for sure. He also did a brief spell as Jim Harvey's assistant manager, but didn't everybody? It was always brief as an assistant manager for Jim. And he went on to other clubs to play, and then as assistant manager of Rossendale, long career associated with football, a legend of Morecambe FC, Mr. Jim McCluskie. But I think everybody that was around in that time knows exactly what these fellas mean to us. They were the ones that got everything started for us with the Northern Premier League, and they got us promoted to the dizzy heights of the conference at the time. We thought it's never going to get any better than the conference, but look at us now in League One. But if it wasn't for these chaps, we definitely wouldn't be there. So thank you very much to each and every one of you. So, Kaylee, come to you first if you don't mind. No. Easy question. Do you look back at your time in Morecambe with pride?
Oh my God, yeah. Totally, yeah. It's the best football I ever experienced, to be fair. I turned down a pro contract with Sheffield United because the offer wasn't enough, and I was earning more playing non-league and working. I never regretted it. I loved it at Christie Park. And I look out here now and I just think, these guys are lucky. They're lucky to be here.
Yeah, well, we were lucky to have you. You scored 96 goals for us, and he assisted a lot too. So you always seem to know where Coley was, and probably Jim as well. How much did Coley pay you?
Nothing, but I do remember we played a game and Coley got 2 goals, and I got 2 goals. And I think it was Steve McCluskie, long kick down the park. Coley's there, rounded the keeper, put it in, he's peeling off, and it hit the post and came out, and I put it in for about 2 yards. And he never spoke to me. Honestly, he was so mad with me. It was ridiculous, but that's what Coley was about, he's competitive. not only like with the teams we were playing, but with his own teammates as well. He was just a goal scorer. He hated other people scoring.
No doubt, he claimed the assist though. I've no doubt, yeah. So, so what was your favourite match or moment here?
I don't know. There's that many. There was that many, honestly. It was just I used to like midweek games. I remember one, Witten Albion at home. I think, were you playing for Witten? I think we were playing for Witten. Yeah, I just remember under the lights there was a bit of drizzle, and it was like Witten Albion were the team at the time. I think we went on and won the game, and I just think that memories like that, you can't buy them.
You can't. It was an amazing team that was. That was amazing times as well. So Grimmy, you were here from 92 to 98. Not only helped us win promotion, but got us established in the conference too. So what was it like that winning season, and what was it like stepping up from the Northern Premier League into the conference?
Well, honestly, first and foremost, there were some fantastic footballers in that side of Morecambe. And I think every time we went out on the pitch, you just knew what we would have happened. Some great performances from great players. So I think we just pushed on to greater heights, to what we achieved really more than anything else.
Well, that season that we went up, it was just a special season. It felt like, from the beginning of the season, something special was going to happen. And I know we didn't win the league. I know you were used to winning the league, but it must have felt brilliant when we got promoted.
Oh, yeah. I think the game we won with Boston. Yeah.
It was Buxton at home. Buxton at home when we got promoted. 1-1. They won all actually. Yeah. My memory's better than yours. We've had a few drinks since then. Yeah. So it was Buxton who were actually playing in the FA Cup.
That particular match, obviously a big crowd on, and we got to that position through going away on a Tuesday night to like cold nights and one thing or not expecting to win, producing a performance, and all the lads were together all the time. And even in the training sessions, it was so competitive. We didn't know what we were going to get in every week, so we always drove up thinking, me and Jim just said this tonight, I was looking from down in Rosendale, we're driving up here on a Tuesday and Thursday night to train, then to either play a match on a Tuesday night or play on a Saturday. It was, every player in that, even in the reserve team, wanted to get in the first team. And sometimes we have matches on a Thursday night or Tuesday night just to shadow play one thing or another, where the first team play the second team. It was so competitive all the time.
Brilliant times. Long missed, I'm sure. Ben, obviously a lot of the younger fans know your son. I'm not going to do that impression. Know your son, Ben. But you have actually had more appearances than Sam, haven't you?
I might have, Mark, but I think he's already scored more goals than me. It's flattering for me to be called a legend, because I was called back here I think 5 or 6 times, but I never hesitated when I was asked to come back. A couple of these lads in front of me, particularly Cain, if Grimmy and Jimmy don't mind me saying so. Cain was a pro footballer. We were lucky enough to have him at Morecambe for a long while, so I think reiterating what Grimmy was saying, it's an absolute joy to train and play here. Every football club is a reflection of its owners and managers, and I think the ownership here is spot on. My son's enjoyed it here. He was really looking forward to coming back tonight and saying his proper goodbyes, because when he went to Charlton he didn't really have that chance. So the 4 of us, we still see each other. We had a night out in London a few weeks ago. Coley came and Mark Sorello and Burnsy, so we've got a special bond between us from those non-league days. But yeah, for us, great club, fantastic club, Morecambe FC.
Thank you. That was going to be the next question. The camaraderie that you've all kept together all these years, it's just something special, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is, and I was walking up with Andrea, my wife, tonight, and saying it's unbelievable, Morecambe in Division 1. It's what they've done as a town. To get a club to this level is a fantastic achievement. So I always love coming back here. In fact, Andrea and I miss it without Sam here now down at Charlton. We do miss coming up here. I was at Fleetwood on Saturday and had to sit on my hands with some mates when Cole Stockton scored. So Yeah, fantastic club, and it's really good to come back when we can.
Yeah, well, you're the only one sitting on your hands, let me tell you. The rest of us weren't. Jim, you obviously had a long, distinguished career in football. Won a few things along the way as well, it's fair to say. Some would say you actually came in and made the difference that we needed at the time, just when we needed you. You actually once went to Whitty for 10k, so what's it like being worth more than Caney?
To be honest with you, I can't really answer that. Again, it's just silly money, wasn't it, for a semi-pro footballer at the time, I would say. But obviously somebody saw something in me to pay that sort of money, and with Ian likewise. But you look back now, and it's like peanuts, isn't it? You know. But yeah.
Oh, we were so impressed with the £7,500 we splashed out on Caney at the time. It was like, wow, we're a big league now. He scored 99 goals for us, not the 100, but 99, close enough. Lots from the bench. You came on and scored from the bench. What was it like competing for places back in those days?
To be honest with you, I thought I was going to get dropped after my first 15 games. I didn't score once. Like I say, I came in to support, take the place of John who broke his leg. And then all of a sudden I got one, and that was the rest is history, so to speak. You know. But obviously, you look back again with the players you played with, some fabulous footballers. I've been involved in pro football, championship level and what have you, and there's certainly, it's all about luck and a chance, and there's certainly lads I'm still here with that could have played at that level, you know. But fortunately we had this bond, and we still had it today, and we took it on the pitch, and I was the sort of player, you know, follow me, and they did, and you know, some great days.
Days that we'll never forget, any of us. So listen, thank you, and thank you for coming up, because I know your dinner's going cold, so apologies for that. Please, can you give these lads a massive round of applause? Absolute legends of our club. Always welcome here at Morecambe Football Club, and like I said, if it wasn't for these guys, we certainly wouldn't be where we are now. So legends, thanks very much. Go get your dinner. Cheers, guys.